back to a new series that I'm looking to do here. We're going to start doing 87 or Legends series walkthrough guides. This week, we're at Iowa for round one. Iowa Speedway is a 7/8 mile track located in Newton, Iowa. Their inaugural season for NASCAR, 2006. These cars did not race there back then, obviously. That being said, it's a very fun, fast track. I actually almost got my first A-class win here at Iowa without ever driving the place. It's very wide, kind of gives you a Richmond feel with like a Dover width, if that makes sense. Maybe a little bit wider than, say, Dover. The race is going to be a night race this week. We're going to be looking at very cool track temps. I don't really think that right front tire wear is going to be all that important. It's going to be more about saving that right rear, especially with what I see out of the setup. Track bar looks pretty normal, so I'm not expecting anything there. Toe, again, looks pretty normal, pretty standard. Driving the car around the track the way that it sits currently without any adjustment feels really good. Very heavy on the wheel, which I come to expect with this car. As far as the preferred line around here, I would be obviously looking going high to a slightly early brake point, bring it back low, bring it back out high. Typical standard NASCAR style run. As far as changes to make to this setting, I really like the default steering ratio in this car. I did try a 14, didn't really care for it. It almost felt like it was too light, and I also noticed with the lighter or with the higher steering ratio, I tended to burn up that right rear a little bit more. I'm usually a driver that really likes to have force feedback in my hands, so if it stops me from really over rotating the car, I will. Setup is a bit tight on exit, so you're going to want to get your speed down. Maybe a little high arc in some of the corners, enter high, exit low kind of deal. As far as the way that I was able to save tire the most, I did find a -4 offset on the steering. Tended to be about the sweet spot. You could try a -6, -8. I found that I started burning off that right rear a little bit faster than I liked. It was more close onto the default settings. Brake bias, again, more of a personal preference. I think if you want to loosen it up, go ahead and bring it back a couple of clicks. Maybe get it to about a 52. See if you can't use that brake to get it to rotate in. I ran a 54. I don't change much as far as the setup the way that I like to run it. But if you like a looser car, I don't think I'd go down below 50, especially if you got to stop for a wreck, something like that. These cars do like to spin very easily. As far as which car to run, I haven't done enough testing with either one of the car or any of the other cars outside of the Pontiac to tell you, hey, this car's going to run better than this one, even though, as the comments state in my 87 comparison video, they're apparently all the same. To me, I don't see that. That being said, my fast lap time around here, and I will go ahead and put the lap on screen so you guys can see how I ran it. I put in a 25.198. That was good enough for 7th in the practice at the time, which had a lot of guys testing at the time that I ran this. To give you an idea, the fastest in practice was a 25.011. I do not have that recorded, so unfortunately, there's some room to wiggle with my time, but a 25.198, pretty solid in my opinion. For this race, we're looking at about 100 laps. You might be able to make it on one tank of fuel, one set of tires, as long as you're taking care of them. I know there's guys out there that can. As long as you're coasting it in, letting it roll through the corner, you should be able to make it theoretically. But definitely, if you get a caution, I would at least take a splash and make sure that, if it's not too late into the run, you might try to run another set of tires. If it's, if you're 10-15 laps in, I don't think I'd worry about taking a set then. I would definitely wait until much later into that run to do anything with tires and fuel. That being said, I plan to do these videos for the rest of the 87 season, so if this is something that you're interested in, let me know. If there's things that you'd like to see added, again, let me know. I can add that to it. If you want to see a 20 lap run on a set of tires, we can put that in there as well. I want to try to make these videos something that you guys can use on a regular basis and become better drivers in the 87s. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you out on the track.